feel better.
Gospel? Yes, we got that. Praise? Yes,
We're watching 13 PBS Kids.
we are that. And the Lord? Well, He's all that. This is your home for gospel, inspiration, and information. 1190 WLIB and WCLS HD2, New York. It's time for Shark Talk with Reverend Al Sharpton on 1190 WLIB.
Good morning, and welcome to National Action Network's Saturday Action Rally. We're coming to you live on WLIB 1190 AM in New York. We're streaming you across the country on a number of platforms, including Facebook and NationalActionNetwork.net. We're live right here in the House of Justice, 106 West 145th Street. Call somebody. Tell them the action is on the air. The Reverend Dr. Al Sharpton is in the house and getting ready to come to you. We welcome all of you on this Saturday, because if it's Saturday, this is where the action is. Our president and founder is the Reverend Dr. Al Sharpton. The chairman of our board is the Reverend Dr. W. Franklin Richardson, senior pastor of Grace Baptist Church in Mount Vernon, New York. I'm Attorney Michael Hardy. Will be with you throughout the broadcast this morning. We are so pleased today to have one of our own doing our inspirational word this morning, and it's our Queens Region leader, the Honorable Reverend Phil Craig, will be our inspirational word speaker this morning. Pleased to have him with us this morning. Of course, it's Saturday, and so you know our musical director is in the house with the new hairdo. We're always happy to see our musical director. And of course, if it's Saturday, Sister Katrina Jefferson, the National House of Justice Headquarters Coordinator, will be asking you what's on your mind. That's right, every week we ask what's on your mind, because we want to know from you the things that you're thinking about with all that's going on in the world and across the nation. And of course, the Reverend Dr. Al Sharpton. So you want to call somebody, tell them the action is on the air. Dr. Al Sharpton is in the house and getting ready to come to you. Once again, we're pleased to have you with us on this Saturday. Let me first thank everyone. This is a personal note. So many of you sent me birthday wishes, and I just really appreciate it and love you all for that, so I thank you for that. But we're coming up, brothers and sisters. We want you to join with us, National Action Network, on August 28, 2020 in Washington, D.C. for the Get Your Knee Off Our Necks March for Justice. 401 years, there were plenty of knees on the necks of blacks who came to this country. Meet us in Washington, D.C. as we honor the anniversary of the March on Washington and demand America gets its knees off our neck. National Action Network is planning to bring tens of thousands of Americans to the nation's capital to send a loud message to Congress and to President Trump that what we want is criminal justice reform. Register to join us to participate in this historic gathering by logging on to our website at www.nationalactionnetwork.net or call 877-626-4651. You know, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, National Action Network's Youth Huddle meeting will be online. Continuing this Monday, June 6th, Huddle will meet virtually from 7 to 9 p.m. Please spread the word to have your youth join the call and get into the action with our youngest and brightest dreamers of today and leaders of tomorrow. To RSVP for more information on the Youth Huddle experience, you can call us at 4651 or email Nan Youth Huddle, all one word, at gmail.com. It's Saturday, and you know, at 5 o'clock today and 5 o'clock tomorrow, Sunday, is MSNBC's Politics Nation with Al Sharthern. Every Saturday and Sunday at 5 p.m., tune in to MSNBC's Politics Nation with Al Sharthern. You want to be in the action, and you don't want to miss a beat with Politics Nation, MSNBC, every Saturday and Sunday at 5 p.m. Welcome to all of you who have tuned in and joined us via live stream at www.nationalactionnetwork.net, also live on Facebook at National Action Network. If this is your first time joining us, or if you are not a member of NAN, we welcome you to NAN and invite you to join us and get into the action today. For more information and to join, you may visit nationalactionnetwork.net or call 877-626-4651 or text the word NAN, N-A-N, to 59769. Welcome. Right now, brothers and sisters, our anti-violence report with Minister Stephen Marshall, co-liaison to the president of NAN and the New York City chapter, Reverend Stephen Marshall.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. My brothers and sisters, I stand before you today because of Saturday in disbelief and disappointment. Submit to you today that over 600 people have been shot in New York City year to date. You take a look at the numbers in comparison to last year. This time, shootings are up some 300%. Over 200 or more people have been shot compared to the same date of July 4th, 2019. Brothers and sisters, right here in Harlem, a man in a wheelchair opened fire on a group of people this past Tuesday. And on the same night, in Brooklyn, 6 people were shot in 90 minutes, including an 11-year-old boy struck by a bullet during a drive-by shooting while simply standing in the yard with his family. Brothers and sisters, 2 days later, in Brownsville, a 20-year-old man was shot and killed in broad daylight. At the same time, a 36-year-old woman was shot as well. Brothers and sisters, are we really saying that the pandemic isn't enough? That after months of staying home, as we continue to fight against COVID, we can't stand in front of our homes anymore. Our families can't go to the supermarket. Our children are likely to get shot while at play. Brothers and sisters, 10 people in the last... Brothers and sisters, the hard question is why? Are there children this morning looking for their parents to come home, but they're not because of gun violence? And so this week, the National Action Network Youth Huddle led a vigil for our brother, 17-year-old Brandon Hendricks, a student athlete who graduated last Friday with a 4.0 GPA average from high school. Brandon rose above challenges of remote learning and excelled beyond belief. This young brother was on his way to advance his sport and academic career at St. John's University. Brothers and sisters, 2 days after his graduation, he was a victim of gun violence. And while the family and community gathered to call out those who commit these violent acts and to honor his life, less than 2 miles away, there was another shooting and several more the same night in Brooklyn. Not only is it counterproductive to scream the cry of Black Lives Matter in one voice, it's an act of betrayal to take a life of our own. Black Lives Matter will take its true effect in society when it begins to matter to us. And so we will continue to stand with the Hendricks family, and we will also hear from them later on today. No justice, no peace.
All right, thank you, Minister Stephen Marshall, for that note. Continuing today, brothers and sisters, NAN has partnered with World Central Kitchen to turn NAN's House of Justice headquarters into a community kitchen to provide food for families, seniors, and those in need of support in the wake of the unprecedented emergency impacting the country due to coronavirus. NAN is partnering with the World Central Kitchen to deliver hundreds of hot and cold meals daily to those in need. We will continue serving meals today right here from the House of Justice Auditorium, 106 West 145th Street, from 12 noon to 4 p.m. For more information, you can call us at 877-626-4651, 877-626-4651. We've also expanded our food distribution to the world-famous Sylvia's Restaurant. Every Sunday, Reverend Al Sharthern and National Action Network have expanded their distribution of meals and food to frontline healthcare workers and vulnerable people affected by COVID-19. With daily distributions already in Harlem and the Bronx, NAN started distributing care food packages outside the famed Sylvia's Restaurant on Sunday starting at 12 noon. Every Sunday, the bags include meals and pantry items from the restaurant's nationally distributed product line. National Action Network has been giving out food 6 days a week since the middle of March. To read more about National Action Network's partnership with CARE and World Central Kitchen, visit our website at www.nationalactionnetwork.net. Right now, brothers and sisters, you never know when a crisis is going to erupt. William Allen, our National Crisis Director.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. 877-626-4651, 877-626-4651. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We are here to service. And certainly we look forward to those who might want to volunteer with us to assist us. Our caseload, as Councilor Michael Hardy would tell you, it has quadrupled. And the need is great. And of course, we now also do things a little differently. Most of the stuff, the majority of the stuff is by remote. And some folks will be coming by in our rallies on Saturdays and dropping up intake forms in the New York City area. And that's going to help reduce some of the operational constraints that we are experiencing. But we are still serving, and for those of you who've been waiting for return calls or communication, we apologize if there appears to be any delay, but we're getting to you, and we're here for you. I want to also say that I want to recognize Sister Word again for helping us get out a plethora of letters, and she's been incredible these last couple of weeks, and I really can't thank her enough because without her dedicated support, hundreds of letters would not be responded to, and she's been really a godsend to me. Crisis, those who seek crisis assistance are normally two kinds of people: those who truly need the support and their life might be changed to some extent, but there's others who have experienced a crisis themselves. And I know that what led me to do this work is the murder of my twin. I was a teenager, and the murder of my two first cousins, and that has really shaped my life and my work up to this date. And so for many of us who've had these tragic experiences, it has defined who we are and how we serve. But you don't have to have had a crisis to be of service. And so we are hoping that you will reach out to us and help those who are. And certainly in our crisis program, we seek to make people more typically engaged. Because we're learning that many of the folks that are reaching out to us, unaware who their politicians are or the ministers in their community or PTA groups or civic groups. And we want to make sure that anyone who gets in touch with us, when they leave us, they are politically and civically engaged, and that's what makes a difference. So I want to bring up, to close out, the last half of my report is Victor Pate. He's going to get his update.
Thank you, Brother Wayne. Good morning, man, family, and guests. I'm here once again to give you a criminal justice update. As Michael Hardy mentioned criminal justice, and amongst the multiplicity of criminal justice reforms that are needed, just to mention one that I've been working on, Second Chance, about solitary confinement and the Halt Solitary Confinement campaign. And this time, I do have a small measure of good news with regards to that. After years of advocating, most importantly for state legislation, we also had to turn our focus towards city jails. So on Monday, our mayor, Bill de Blasio, mentioned that immediately solitary confinement will no longer be used in our city jails. And while I am overjoyed and happy with regards to this, as is always, when you're doing legislation, criminal justice reform, oftentimes the core functionality and mechanisms of a bill are somewhat watered down. So, although we have a measure of success with solitary confinement in our city and jails, the mayor has actually kind of sort of like specified certain classifications of people that have underlying health issues and asthma, heart disease, lung disease, diabetes. And that's good. Our particular bill, that's called solitary confinement bill, we've been legislating for 8 years, that will also apply to state and local jails, covers a more broader spectrum of changes as well as exclusions from people being placed in solitary confinement. And what we're saying is that there's a lot more work to be done. Conversation will begin to be had. We'll be at the table with this working group that the mayor has come up with that will kind of sort of like roll out what the actual platform to be. So this is actually a beginning, and we look forward to working with the mayor and his working group to make this happen as it should happen. So I just want to let y'all know that is success. Thank you.
Right now, brothers and sisters, our musical director, Minister Tyrone Richardson. That is our musical director, Minister Tyrone Richardson, accompanied by Chris Garland. Right now, brothers and sisters, it's Katrina Jefferson, National Action Network House of Justice Coordinator with What's on Your Mind. Sister Katrina.
Good morning, Attorney Hardy, and welcome everyone to this week's conversation of What's on Your Mind, where you, the people, you, the community, you, the members, have the opportunity to either send in your thoughts, your questions, your concerns, to email what's on your mind at nationalactionnetwork.net, or you can engage with us live when we do open back up. And you can also call 877-626-4651. We're going to open this week's dialogue with a email from Leonard Bentley, one of our many auxiliary committee members and a lifetime member here at the National Action Network. And what's on his mind is black men, brothers who are fathers and uncles and have sons and nephews will have to be vigilant in the raising and the protection of our sons and nephews because they are the target of the school-to-prison pipeline system. And they must be taught our history and culture and to respect our women. And next we're going to go to one of our audience members, just one of them. And good morning, give us your name and tell us the city and state that you reside in.
Hello, my name is Lisa, and the city I reside in is New York, and the state I reside in is New York.
And tell us, what's on your mind?
Okay, so what's on my mind is there's a story. His name is Jonathan Lee. He was a parole violator who was sentenced to 25 years to life for resisting arrest. So what's on my mind is how these parole officers suppressed, withheld evidence. In his case, they made up their own reasonable cause saying they seen a black male stick his head out of a back window, despite the landlord testifying saying that this apartment had no back windows. To cover up their excessive use of force used on him, you know, they lied and said he took an officer's firearm and hit the parole officer in the head with it when they came into the home. The medical expert testified and said none of these officers' injuries were life-threatening and that none of these the officer was never hit with a gun in the head. So how is he still in prison with 25 years to life for resisting arrest?
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And we're going to close out this week's segment with a quote from a paragraph from our founder, the Reverend Al Sharthern, who, if you follow him on social media, you know that he posts inspirational messages throughout the course of the week. And this morning's message, you're really sure that you're on your own side? Well, one way of testing that is thinking about who are the people that are really on your side. The people that will support you, stand with you, invest in you, put their time, their reputation, even their resources into you, and you kind of take them for granted. You kind of want to hang out and chase and be with people who really at best are conditionally with you if you can serve them some purpose. Your weekend assignment is to separate those that are really with you, that really love you, from those that are just conditionally for you when it's to their advantage. And then decide who you invest your time, your faith, and trust in. And thank you for your listening. That concludes this week's segment of What's on Your Mind. Tune in with us next week by either calling 877-626-4651 or send us an email throughout the course of the week at whatsonyourmind@nationalactionnetwork.net. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Sister Katrina Jefferson. What's on your mind? Brothers and sisters, once again, our musical director, Minister Tyrone Richardson. That's our musical director, Minister Tyrone Richardson, accompanied by Chris Fowler. And just before we go to break, brothers and sisters, I want to remind you that membership is vital to the growth of the organization. If you are not a member, please join today or join the campaign to give $1 or more to NAN today. Be one of the million people in 2020 to donate $1 or more to help us to push forward in our commitment to fighting for justice. Log on to our website, www.nationalactionnetwork.net, to give your $1 or more and join the movement today. We're going to take a break, brothers and sisters. You're listening to the National Action Network Saturday Action Rally, coming to you live on WLIB 1190 AM in New York. We're streaming to you across the country on a number of platforms, including Facebook and nationalactionnetwork.net. We're live right here in the House of Justice, 106 West 145th Street. Call somebody. Tell them the action is on the air. Reverend Dr. Al Sharpton is in the house and getting ready to come to you. We'll be right back.
1190 WLIB supports the greater